So it's the late 1990s, early 2000s, after Christ. The Tony Hawk games helped define a generation, but I'm sure most of you knew that already. And for the few of you that didn't, the Tony Hawk games helped define a generation. But the significance of the original games has been talked about time and time again. So let's just watch some gameplay. Oh, damn, this game's cool. Today, I just wanted to talk about my favorite game, and that's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 sequel, Underground.
Now, get ready.
The fifth game in the series, Neversoft removed the iconic Pro Skater subtitle and replaced it with Underground. In an exclusive interview conducted by me that I will not prove, Neversoft guy disclosed that it was only for the abbreviation, because apparently THPS dumb, thug very cool. But what makes this game stick out from the others? The series had already garnered this reputation for attitude, gameplay, soundtrack. However, Underground, abbreviated to Thug, is still very cool. Underground has a story mode, which was a first for the series, actually contributed to by the professional skaters' input, which resulted in Oscar-winning dialogue and writing.
Let's get the hell out of here!
You're an up-and-coming rookie known as Custom Skater, and right alongside you the whole time is your BFF, Eric Sparrow. There are genuine conflicts that arise and twists and turns that I would liken to Hereditary. And hey, you might meet good old Anthony Albatross himself at some point in the game, but you didn't hear from me. By the way, if I haven't mentioned, I play on sick difficulty. I'm very good. All I know is your good buddy Eric, stand-up guy, would not screen look in Halo 2 and or drive the Warthog off a cliff. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't. Something about Underground that genuinely deserves notice is the attention to detail for level design. New Jersey is living, breathing, also flatlining, but it's my favorite level ever. It starts as a big square, but eventually reveals a second half showing that there was so much more to this than I thought, but the entire time showcasing personality and authenticity. Manhattan is, of course, busy. There's a McDonald's with a chef.
Failure will bring disgrace.
Doesn't even sound Italian. Tampa has Peanut Butter Mondays, which I practice weekly. Quick story, my mom actually walked in on me airing over the strip club in Tampa during a mission, and she took the game away. But the point is these levels feel like they were dropped in from our world into the game. Now they've set up combo lines left and right, but disguised these props as placements or misplacements for that matter in their respective locations, ready for you to bust a fat 900 off of if you so choose. It doesn't feel like I'm riding in a skate park unless I'm explicitly put in one, much like this ramp here. Could find that anywhere. The physics and controls still feel great, but the combo system is as bullshit as it's ever been in this game. You can get off your board mid-combo, and if you just haul ass and they get back on fast enough, the game's just, fuck it, sure. And when you play the Tony Hawk games, you gotta go GameCube controller because you really do just float across the buttons. Would have no problem doing that in real life. This was designed for Tony Hawk, so I don't want to see that goddamn V-Smile controller ever again. You can also drive cars that function like real cars. Come to think of it, this game has so much unnecessary bullshit that I really love, but it's just so unapologetically animated, as the series has always been. Create a Skater is back, of course, and you can make whatever or whoever you want. A skeleton, a giant, a white guy, if you could ever imagine. It's so fleshed out, the amount of things you can add to your character to make them unique, and one of my favorite things about Create a Skater this time around is this cool side quest where you go on this skateboarding focused story mode where you play as the character you just made. It's not as good as the main game. It's not as cool as giving Boss Hog here some big ass clown shoes. Create a Park is back, and it has more options than ever. You can build a park beyond your wildest dreams. Check out mine. The series is no stranger to great music, and this game is no exception, with the largest and most genre-diverse soundtrack in the series to date. And I was a kid. I had never heard all of these different spices and flavors before, because Impetus by Clutch is, unfortunately, not in Sonic 3.
Impetus!
Over time, I grew to really love these songs at such a young age too, before I reached my, buddy, I listen to real music phase. So I might have been failing computer class, but I was failing computer class listening to Alkaline Trio's Armageddon and playing Bush Shootout. I got my work done early. I have to attribute my taste in music to what I discovered and or branched off from this game's stellar soundtrack. So many artists that I just adore, like Queens of the Stone Age, MF Doom, The Clash, and so many more. But you think Tony Hawk music, you might think skate punk, you might think underground hip hop, Nordic folk. One of the oddest additions is Kiss's inclusion. They said, let's add 3 whole ass songs to the soundtrack. I'm like, okay, it's kind of funny, a little out of place, but go ahead. Now they have an entire dedicated level called Hotter Than Hell. I figure maybe they do something more in line with the game's style, maybe like Van's Warped Tour, where you can kick it backstage with the singer's 15-year-old girlfriend. That is not the case. So Gene Simmons' 15-year-old girlfriend will have to do. Fuck. Do you remember when Let's Plays on YouTube were the hottest thing? It's 2010. I put, for business inquiries, contact dumbass@email.com, like my shit was just gonna take off. And you know what game I kept playing when I started my 14th new channel?
Lawless individuals. Stickers everywhere.
Most of the great things you could say about gameplay have been true for previous installments in the series. It's basically, don't want to jump here? Okay, jump there. Not grind, not manual. Go wherever you want and make anything work. Even if it suggests you to go one way, don't. Or unless you want to. And I think this idea truly peaked here. My general growth and trajectory in life wouldn't be the same if I hadn't gotten this game as a kid. If I just think about how much this game has directly and indirectly affected where I am now, it hurts my brain. Hot take, I adore my favorite game of all time. I know how much my favorite means to me, so if you've made it here, please let me know what yours means to you. So, take care of yourself, thank you for watching, and have a good day.